we get into our first game. Everything was set up perfectly as well. I didn't even have to do anything during the intro video because our first player, Lawliet, who I apologize if I'm saying his name wrongly. Lawliet here in the red as the Night Elf. Our last matchup, obviously Happy vs Foggy, was Night Elf versus Undead, but we have a new challenger for our second show match in the superior yellow color. So good luck to him for the first one. As my personal favorite faction to play in this game, it is the Orc. Soin. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that to all of you. Good to see Santa hats in the chat. Anyone who posts an emote in the chat with a Santa hat on as my support. Santa hats are one of the best parts of Christmas because they're just goofy and red and good. And we've got some little Santa hats on the elves here as we get our Keeper of the Grove out. Super standard for these sort of these high tier Night Elf players. Lots you can do with them, and then the traditional Blade Master going to be running up as well with his Windwalk. Dust of Appearance bought immediately, obviously, because he knows what's coming. But Mikasa, the Blade Master, is not going to be heading straight up there. He's found his own little camp to farm. The Wisp does spot him out, so he's not going to be wasting any more dusts on that. Good old orcs in the chat. Unfortunately, the orcs don't have Santa hats, but you know, orcs are good enough still. They'd be faster if they had Santa hats, obviously. Lots of wisps around, and one of them's going to get. Oh, he's actually going to manage to pop. Nice job. Lawliet going to come over here and catch Soin out while he's trying to just get some free farm over here. Dust of Appearance, so he can chase him away more efficiently. Keeping the level of the Blade Master low, and now there is a weakened camp down here that he can finish off. Expansion going to get spotted out by the peon over here. And it looks like Soin is actually going to just run his Blade Master up there immediately. Get chased off. We'll lose a peon, unfortunately, but trying to stay there to deny doesn't manage to get it, unfortunately. That's just a little bit more XP going over to Lawliet. Welcome to the stream, Carson Mustache. Good to see you. And thank you, Nakamura, for setting up some predictions for everybody. Back to this camp he started earlier. Obviously, Lawliet gonna keep on farming as well. Decent bit of XP lead early on, but to be expected with the way these things are playing out. Second hero coming out. All of the preparations for a higher teched army from Soin.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
More harassment at the back coming down from the Blade Master, trying to keep Keeper of the Grove out from doing what he wants when he wants. And Illusions keeping track of what's happening at home. For Soin.
Player's forces are under attack.
It deserves it. Parsons Mustache deserves its own stash. So I think that's only fair. You spend that much time growing such a magnificent stash, it deserves an account, you know? Welcome back, Chandler, as well. So this is obviously what we're expecting from this, more so than not. The full-on harassment. We've got an Alchemist coming out as well, which is interesting to see. That's something that we have seen before in a Meta Plays event earlier on. So good to see it again. There we go. The steals coming in from the Blade Master, as every Orc player loves to see. Takes out an archer on the way out. And all this time, the Shadow Hunter getting his own way on the other side of the map as well. Very injured Ancient of War there, just having a little snack as he sets up his second gold mine. Going for Huntresses. It's not something that we see super often. I remember a long time ago when I was first getting back into RTS in the sort of modern era, having a lot of conversations with some people in the RTS Game Lovers Discord about Huntresses. I'm not the hugest fan of them, honestly, as a unit, but obviously Lawliet much better than me, so we'll see how he makes them work. We can learn a thing or two here from an old Huntress hater like myself. Blade Master coming in just to see what he can get up. Obviously, teleport coming down immediately with the staff from the Keeper of the Grove. He's not going to let anything go down if he can help it. Ancient Protector is going to have to be cancelled, though. Nice Moonwell put up there just to try and stop the Blade Master from being able to sneak out. Going to get an Ancient Protector as well. And we've got a little awkward situation here where he's stuck there. Gets Dust of Appearance. He's going to be taking a load of damage from this. So a little last bit of a slam on as his teammates have come up to try and help him. But he's getting super low now as they're breaking the door open for him. The heal is going to keep him alive, so he's going to escape from this tight little situation as the Alchemist comes up to join in as well. Gets another cancel on the Ancient Protector. Now backing off as the Wisps start to threaten him. Pops that speed. Scroll of speed. Scroll is the word I was looking for. Why couldn't I find the word scroll? And he's going to catch one of those Huntresses out. And probably head straight back to harassing here. Yeah, they've got a lot of Wisps that he can threaten. Here, he's got some more buildings to chunk down. Needs to be careful that his Shamans don't get caught on the background as he is starting to get a few more Raiders here. A lot of Wisps coming out to try and defend the building damage coming out, but it's not going to be enough. The Ancient of War will go down. Huntress is getting a little bit caught up in the middle here, still trying to push up and deal enough damage to that backline, ignoring the Grunts and the Raiders as much as possible. And he's going to take a ton of damage and actually get taken out, the Keeper of the Grove. Huge burst of damage there to end things off. The Alchemist going to possibly go down as well, but he has that invulnerability. There we go, he's going to get out of there. But this is leaving, just going pretty open to just harass away.
Town is under siege.
The other side of the map, just a lone protector, trying to keep Soin from expanding. But Lawliet's going to be losing his own expansion here if he doesn't have anything he can do about it. Wisps on the way to defend. Night Elves are going to jump in. And Soin is immediately back on the case. Takes out a Huntress and pushes onto the back line of of Lawlet's army. Nice little bit of micro, just saving everyone he can. But the Alchemist is on the back line. If Lawlet feels like he's got as much as he can now, got everyone else out, he is going to lose that last Huntress. But manages just to body block enough to save his Ogre there. Right back on the case of this expansion for Soin. Nice aggressive first map. Keep the action going. No longer rooted the gold mine. All of those whips are going to have to pop. And he just sneaks level 4 on his Shadow Hunter, who's out-leveled his opponent there. Lots more precautionary dusts going down. As both players now back on 2-1, as we're just getting some upgrades out for Soin.
A player's forces are under attack.
Now as Soin goes back to farming, we have a little bit of a push on the other side of the map. Lawlet clearly not wanting to leave the momentum of this match in Soin's favour. There we go, 4 for both of those heroes now. Means that he has fully taken the experience lead from Lawlet. So a lot of nothing has been seen by this mirror image. He's quite far through his life cycle now, so he knows something is up, and therefore is retreating straight back to his base. But doesn't need to worry too much, because what's up is basically a load of farming with Priestess of the Moon coming to join the party. Damage buffs out onto his army. And now he knows where it is, the owl spot, so not going to be too much of a worry for him yet, but he is going to pop the speed and immediately charge in there. Teleport going out. Doesn't manage to save that Huntress, but keeps the second one alive, which isn't too bad. And now suddenly there's an Ancient here. Ancient Protector. I keep wanting to call it a Treant Protector. But that's not its name. As the first Kodo comes out here, decent job getting as much XP on the map as possible while not losing too much. Most of the map now cleared. So not going to be able to do any more of that stealing for the most part. Going to have to prepare himself and fight one-on-one. No one else changing their tech paths or anything, just another Ancient of War coming up.
A player's forces are under attack.
And as I said, there's not much more to do. He has managed to get almost the last creep camp left on the map. Illusion is going to spot. I think he should have spotted those elves just at the end, and his army has changed course. Treant's just there to block. They get nicely cleared out. Oh, Raiders have managed to catch the Ogre. This has stopped Lawliet from being able to retreat. He's got more nets on him as well, so he's having to try and stand up here to defend the Ogre, but he's getting pretty heavily focused down. Blademaster onto the back line. They are going to just keep him up for long enough to tank a decent amount, but they haven't done a huge amount of damage in return on that time. Blademaster was right on their back line. They are going to get a little AoE heal out there and take a Raider. Try to stop... try to take the Blademaster out of the fight for a little bit, but he's down pretty quickly. So not a huge amount of good done there. Once again, getting those cleanses out nice and fast. And Keeper is down. Yeah, this is looking pretty nice time here for Soin. There we go. First game going to Soin. You can tell it's been a little while since I've done one of these. I've got to look through the scores. As the notification fades, thank you everybody who has been following or subscribing using your Twitch Prime or anything. It is very much appreciated. So there we go. Apologies for in the first game forgetting the overlay that you all asked me to include last time as we go into our second game of Lawliet versus Soin. Once again in the red and once again in the top left is our Night Elf player. On the right hand side, but higher up than he was last time. Can't end much higher than a win, but he'll be seeing if he can do 2 wins, which I guess is higher than a win. It's our alt player Soin. A fantastic first game, nice and aggro coming in from Soin. We'll see if we can get a similar thing again. We're getting a Demon Hunter this time, which you often see on this map. It's one of my favorite maps in the game. It's such a simple, such a classic, but it just always fun. It brings some great entertainment in games. Seems like such a small map that you can get aggressive so early, but it's just big enough that you get a lot of games with expansions and big high-tech armies. So it really produces everything, I think. I love this map. So I just get chat. Apologies. Just starting off nice and simple, not being too aggressive immediately with the Blademaster, but he wasn't super aggressive last time, and he may suspect that there will be a Demon Hunter on the other side. Doing his ridiculous spins with his panda gloves. Firebrand, I feel like, is a very inappropriate name for a Demon Hunter. I'm not sure. Not sure how fiery he is, but Kigami, the Blademaster, I feel like name luck is on Soin's side here for sure. And he's immediately over the other side of the map, just stealing some of these easy creeps away. Gonna avoid getting caught by this Demon Hunter. Whenever I see him leave these creeps, I always think of leaving camps in MOBAs, but I know that's obviously not what he's doing. But it's fun. He's checking around if there's any more camps ready for him to steal. Seeing what's up here. Or is he going to try and wrap these Murlocs around the Ancient? That's a nice little trick there. Ancient's going to grab a tree. Aggro's the Murlocs again to pull him back around. Demon Hunter is up at a camp on the other side of the map. So nothing really going to go down there, but a nice little trick to do something interesting there. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of these sort of sneaky little plays. Demon Hunter catches a grunt and it is going to get hit by the net from from one of the trolls on the mercenary camp. The mercenary camp? It is not a mercenary camp.
A player's forces are under attack.
But very low health Demon Hunter is going to get immediately forced away.
A town is under siege.
Incredibly low health there. Is going to have to pop the invulnerability to survive. He was hoping that Soin wouldn't be able to catch up until he got close enough to Moonwell. So this time, on purpose, the Ancient of War is having a fight with these Murlocs. And still, Soin is just trying to get this Ancient killed by putting on as much pressure as possible. Wasn't quick enough to steal anything there, but his grunts have arrived to help pressure this a little bit as well. You see a Beastmaster turning up. Gaz Bortusk, yes. Now this is name luck. This is name luck of the century here. Gaz Bortusk is the best. If anyone has followed Meta Plays or myself on Twitter and seen the announcement and what my at is, you'll see why Gaz Bortusk is the greatest of name luck. Got this adorable little Quill Beast out there.
A player's forces are under attack.
And there we go, second hero from Soin. It's going to be that Tauren Chieftain. Big fan of the Tauren Chieftain. As a kid, he was always my favourite hero for the Orcs. Him and the Shaman. I was very sad when I actually learned how to play the game and I found out that you're meant to go Blade Master, because Shaman Chieftain is always my jam. Poor Grunt. For a moment there, it looked like he might survive. Try and deny himself to an ogre, but Demon Hunter's way too fast. The Soin just checking down here, see if the creeps are up or see if there was any expansion going down. Ancient of War is nice and hidden off in the side, so he's going to get to survive while Soin attempts to take this Murloc camp, but it is going to get pincer movement to here. Grabs the tome. Backs out so that he doesn't get collapsed on, but has done enough damage to the Beastmaster that he feels confident to stay in here. While the Demon Hunter just chases after some grunts. Didn't quite manage to block the Demon Hunter there, so Demon Hunter's going to be straight through and back on this grunt's tail. There we go, that's what he was trying to do. Good job there by Soin. Lawliet making sure to keep up the pressure while getting some XP on Mr. Bortusk. And here we go. Something else. This is something that I actually, in a Let's Plays event, don't believe I've seen. So this is a good one for those of you who, because I know there are a few people who don't normally watch Warcraft 3, but have been our Meta Plays folk, and so have been keeping up with our events. So this is something new you won't have seen. The Druid of the Talon build coming out. Spirit Walkers going to be trained up. Or Soin. Oh, and a Tinker. Nice.
A player's forces are under
We're
attack.
going to hopefully see some good harassment play coming out of Lawliet here. Players just settling down to a nice, safe bit of creeping. Light XP advantage going over to Soin, but it's essentially even. Level 3 hit by the Torrent Chieftain, bringing him a little bit ahead.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here we go. The run straight into the worker line by Lawliet. Boing! Of the Pocket Factory. Goofiest sound effect. And we're going to get a couple of good lifts. Another Orc Burrow. Not quite going down. So many repairs in that it is just keeping it well and steady and just manages to survive, gets the Pocket Factory down. So it didn't look like there was a huge amount done there for Lawliet, unfortunately. It was a nice play, but Soin just reacted to it well.
A town is under siege.
So Lawliet is down here, taking out the turtle. As a Eden F. Deepkin player in Warhammer, I'm very sad to see a turtle going down. Always sad when you see the turtle fall. But on the other side of the map, he is taking some heat at his own base now. Ancient of Wonders getting terribly low, going down. More damage on the other side. And he's just having to waddle his way up there. One Moonwell goes down. Well undercapped for food now, so I'm going to have to make a few more of those if he's going to get everything back up. Second lift on the Blade Master. Pocket Factory goes down in the back line. Demon Hunter is going to survive, obviously, because of that invulnerability shield. Big stomp, but then the heal refunds most of that. Blade Master and Raiders still in. Another Raider getting lifted. Demon Hunter will be taken down. And another good stomp. Or Shockwave. More good lifts. A lot of the damage of this army getting pushed down. Very little mana on the Torrent Chieftain. It is going to still be a retreat. Fairy Dragon going to just get pulled to the floor and beaten down, unfortunately. But a lot of the meat of Soin's army did get taken out there. He's down to just this one Raider.
A player's forces are under attack.
Baron Walker just chilling in the back there. I'm still a believer in the superiority of the elves in this matchup. I'm going to be putting down all his points on that prediction.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Soin back in here, just scouting stuff out with the Windwalk. Ooh, has a Bat Rider there. An impressively long time to... Oh, the name's broken on Bat Rider. Rest in peace, Bat Rider's name. One of these names aren't working.
Is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay. That's my computer's fault. It's because his name in game is not Soin. It is Korean characters, which my computer is clearly not wanting to show, at least not in Warcraft 3.
player's forces are under attack.
Nation of War getting caught up as his expansion goes down the other side of the map. A few easy camps still sitting here on the inside of the map. One of the good things about starting with that Blade Master and getting aggressive with it is just having camps left over on your side of the map, as most of them you take earlier on the opponent's side. Lawliet grabbing a scroll of healing, getting ready to go again. Couple of Quillballs out here. Misha down. And Misha down very quickly. Still getting good pickups on Soin's heroes. Puts the Pocket Factory down in the front line to tank up some shots and pump out some of those goblins, but that's down pretty quickly. Druids of the Talon pushing up around the side. Trying to split up, likely trying to avoid getting too big a shockwave. But he's not having to worry about it too much right now because the Tauren's spending all his time in the air and running out of any sort of mana to do any slams with. Tinker, though, is going to go down. He hasn't managed to do too much in here, and the damage potential just doesn't seem to be there from Lawliet. And he goes down. These guys doing a very good job of keeping the colors consistent, as this time on the left-hand side we have our 2x winner so far, trying to go for the triple. Playing as Orcs in the yellow, it's Soin. And hopefully there's no big issue that Lawliet has paused for, but we have a little pause here. So we will see what's happening. Once again, thank you for watching, everybody who has come around to join us. And we're back. Thank God I don't have to fill anymore. And on the other side, it would never last at a really sports tournament if that's as long as I can fill. On the other side, playing as the Night Elves. Unpaused the game, ready for the comeback. It's Lawliet. That's the wrong button. There we go. They kept the same colours, but they changed sides, and that changed my button layout slightly. And the pause distracted me. Getting all my racing drivers' excuses out the way nice and quickly. So everything setting up. Blade Master as usual. And still no hero quite coming out. Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
A player's forces are under attack.
And that is why there is no hero coming out for him quite yet. Because he's going first hero Beastmaster. Just dragging this golem into range of the burrow and getting some hits down. So just Lawliet getting some harassment down on the other side. The Blade Master getting his muns up. She trying to not be the one being aggressed on for once in this time. But still going to get jumped a little bit. Moves up the top side, just trying to use this ranged attack as much as possible to sneak out a few hits on something useful. Managed to cancel the burrow, so little victories here and there. Locked in this grunt so he can try and pressure the grunt. Obviously, the burrow there helping out as he jumps some peons in there to take it out. Wilbeast will still get it down. Peon just having a little look, a little examination. And we are back to Huntresses again.
A player's forces are under attack.
Tree of Life getting ready to be set up. Everything getting scouted out there by the Blade Master as well as mercenaries picked up on the side of Lawliet. A great start so far from Soin in the series, 2-0, as Spiral has remarked in chat. It's been a really nice start for him so far, even with the doubters. He is getting the Shadow Hunter ready out as his second hero as well. Here it looks like the setup for the expansion going down from Lawliet. He gets spotted pretty quickly by the Blade Master, but unfortunately can't get around enough to take the first Troll Priest that falls. A little bit too late to take the second. But still just here getting a little bit of harassment in, but taking a lot of damage for it. Lawliet having to jump to protect his Tree of Life. There we go. There's the deny that he's been looking for a while there. Good sort of half surround there. The TP going to save his life. There we go. The hard camp fully taken out. He also catches Soin slightly out of position there, but isn't going to lose anything so far, at least. So, Blade Master just checking out what's happening. Wants to deny the entangling of this gold mine. While further down, both sides are just farming up some.
town is under siege.
Lawliet arrives to chase him away. Stop this just annoyance on the other side of the map. We've got a whole host of serpent wards there.
A player's forces are under attack.
Be able to take out that Tree of Life, knows it, so he's just going to get on the move immediately. Got no second hero quite yet. Coming out for Lawliet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ion trying to be aggressive onto this expansion, but the whole army of Lawliet is here and ready to defend. He's down a bit on the hero camp, but has quite a nice number of huntresses here. Managing to just push away these raiders a little bit. But it's still not enough. Doesn't want to sit there fighting amongst the serpent wards for too long. Dives on the serpent wards in the back, but huge amount of damage coming down from Soin. Oh, net on the Beastmaster as well is going to force a TP out.
The town is under siege.
A nice clear out of that expansion there from Soin. Lawliet is going to immediately reply by just getting some more XP on the side of the map. Still not going for another hero, so it's looking like he's pretty content with this Beastmaster, maybe trying to just really rush him up levels, because he does not have anyone else coming out. There's another Tree of Life falling.
A player's forces are under attack.
2 more replacements do go down. While this is happening, still just focusing on more experience. Here's Lawliet. Here goes the press into the main base now. Age of War going down. Lawliet coming up from the bottom to try and engage. There's already one serpent round, but we've got a big spirit bear. He's gone down. Dion backing off. Pops the speed and the health. Get out nice and safely. We are getting closer and closer to that. We've got a fully leveled Misha. We're getting closer and closer to the level 6, but just starting to leave tier 1 tech so we can grab a new hero. No Blade Master here, trying to start a bit of an engagement. Not able to lock anyone down really though, so he's just sort of awkwardly chasing them around the map.
player's
Here we go.
forces
Kodo's coming out. Leon is coming down for this bottom gold mine, while at the same time Lawliet is pushing the other gold mine with a big Mish doing his slaps.
town is under siege.
So the first camp down from each of them. Now,
A player's force
Skelly looking around, but this Tree of Life is sort of scarily close to the army of Sion right now. But not for long, as the attack onto the main base of Sion is going to go down. Got the glaives bouncing, and
under siege.
likely will force some sort of a reply.
A player's forces are
The little Skelly man has caught Sion trying to expand himself, but Sion has found this expansion up here that he was looking for. East Tree goes down. Voodoo Lodge is nice and low, but the focus now is going to be onto that stronghold as the TP comes down. It isn't enough to save his own expansion. The Orcs right on him. We'll see how many they can take before the TP goes down. They do get 2. A pretty nice run there. Mish in the background, giving that Burrow some slaps. All healed up now. The army's going to try and pass out again. And he has lost again one Tree of Life, but he's entangling another gold mine on the other side of the map. And he's back to entangling this first gold mine, which is getting a tower built on his doorstep. The other side of the map, construction of the Great Hall for Sion.
a town is under siege.
Very exciting battle here.
A player's forces are under attack.
The other side of the map, though, is going to be a bit more of a speedy takedown of this other Tree of Life. Still all not being allowed to keep a base up for too much time.
The town is under siege.
But he's going to try and do the same. Theon.
A player's forces
Well, Soin's gonna push up the other side, so he's not letting this happen alone. As Beastmaster and Mish try to take out the workers, there's going to be Huntresses falling all around here. 1 goes down, 2 goes down, a 3rd getting close, 3 of them netted. There's the 4th. Master and Mish doing a little bit of harassment, but not able to do too much. There's the TP out as Lawliet having to pump out some more lads, get himself healed up. Just found those trolls that were hanging out by his woods earlier. Once again, this expansion not in a comfortable place. Lawliet trying to respond in kind on the other side of the map. Teleport is as swift as ever. Still focus firing the Great Hall down. Misha takes out the peons, and that allows it to go down. Teleport saves everyone. So a nice response there by Lawliet. Oh no, it doesn't save everyone. One lonely huntress getting caught out. $1,800 gold left in the mine of Soin, who has been stuck on there all game. Although much less in there for Lawliet, but he has been trying to grab from other locations here and there. Does currently have a second gold mine up. Love the flutter sound effect.
A town is under siege.
Raider just quickly out on the side, getting his own hits down. I mean, going back to settle that second gold mine again. Is almost getting caught in a bit of a trap there. Bit of a pincer move. There's one of them going down. Level 5 out for the Blade Master. 5.5 going on for the Beast Master. There we go. That top expansion has been found out. Once again, it's getting pressured. And once again, Lawliet is responding by going down to the bottom. Perhaps this time he can kill it quick enough that he might be able to get back and defend this, seeing as he has the Ancient Wars there, but with no repairing from any of his wisps. I doubt it. Just going to have to be content with both of them having no gold. Right now, though, it seems like the stronger army is on the side of Soin. He rolls back in to see what's happening on this side of the map. Killing some peons who are working on almost empty gold mine already. And Soin is straight into his main base. A bit of a trade going on now. Oh, we've got some sappers as well. That's going to be a nice quick destruction of this. And then the orcs are stuck on the other side of the map. I mean, they're going to finish this off, but it's now coming pretty much a full-on trade. Watchtower going down once again by this Tree of Life. And then leaving some of his army left to finish off the main base of Lawliet. While he heads to the other side, TP in there from his Blade Master, who's definitely looking to kill that lass. So half of Sion's army is down here. Soin. I'm calling him Sion. I don't know why. It's just sort of how those letters should go together in my mind. And should be a TP out before anyone gets caught. They've gone down to the Tree of Life that was hidden down in this side. He's just going to cut his way a little into the bushes. Gonna try and do the same with this guy as well. Putting his trees, hiding into the trees, and taking the last bit of experiences that he could find on the map. There's actually still a load of creep camps on the map. Not going to be able to hide with this first Tree of Life. These big old serpent wards. Oh. And obviously, Soin knows what the plan is now. He knows what's going to be happening. Putting down his own Great Wall up here. Still actually has his original gold mine somehow, even though there's basically nothing in there. So back into the main base goes Lawliet. I'm hoping too that he can make it to level 6, but it's not looking super good for him. He's being caught out. He's got the invulnerability, but fully surrounded, even though he's gone invisible. There's nowhere he can go. There it is. Another win from Soin. So, we are back and ready to go for our 4th game. An incredible 3-0 start from Soin. But can this man in the red trees take it back? In the bottom left, the man who is dominating this so far, hopefully for the rest of us, we can get the comeback going. The lower side of the map. Can also confirm that Alvardi is a legend. Thank you. A shout out to Alvardi and Nakamura as always for getting this event set up. Once again, we're having a Demon Hunter start. Blade Masters, as always, for the Orcs. Typical early expand, or early creeping coming in as well. A little bit annoying that he has that second creep camp hitting him. Thanks to the peon there. He even managed to, at the last moment, get the last of those mercenaries in there. Bandits. So unfortunately, a little bit late there on just by happenstance, obviously. Nothing you can really do about it, but loses that creep that he might not have had to lose if he'd been a bit more lucky. It's really good to hear. Alvardi. Chat, I'll definitely have to have a look at that. Although my list of RTS games that I'm struggling to find time for is getting longer and longer and longer, unfortunately. One day I'll get to all of them. got some awkwards running around. As you often get with these two speedy boys, both players feel like they can do so much. So we're not going to be with this crazy expand strategy on this map. Good to see. We're getting some nice early tech out from the Night Elves. Similarly from the other side, Tauren Chieftain, as we would expect. We'll see what comes on the other side. These two still just running around doing what they do. Quite an XP lead for the Demon Hunter. Doing a lot less running about, but this is how the Blade Master do be. And there we go, actually a Sea Witch coming out as this second hero.
A player's forces are under attack.
Immediately pops the teleportation back. Isn't quite out of his own hero out yet, but it's not long to go.
A player's forces are under attack.
Even though they're getting very low there, trying to just keep the Blade Master in range enough
A player's forces are under
to
attack.
take a significant amount of damage. All while this is happening, Tauren just cheerfully farming on the other side of the map. Big healing coming along from the Demon Hunter, so he's now full health and able to chase the Blade Master back, who will get some assistance.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's an amazing little bunny sound.
A player's forces are under attack.
So a pretty aggressive push in here. This isn't your normal just, grab some, steal some mercs and get in. They're really focusing on trying to take out that Berserker as the Blade Master just gets taken out. Nice shockwave to finish the job. And there's the gang of Druids of the Claw who've turned up. Tauren going to get a nice hit off there, and the auto attack afterwards secures level 3 for himself. XP lead with the Blade Master dead, going well into the favour of Lawliet. Annoying for him to have had a few of his druids shot down.
A player's forces are under attack.
I really need to turn off edge scrolling while I'm commentating. Because every time I hit it, it's way too fast. We're starting to collect some more items up on the second hero here for Lawliet. Both of them level 3, so a real XP lead, a whole level onto Soin. And once again, the Tinker coming out.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
So, big attack here is going to have to be stopped. The TP has come out now. The Talon and Moonwell goes down. I'm going to have to be forced to stay here now by the fact that the Tauren was picked up. Getting picked up again so that he can't do a big shot crit onto here. He's got no mana as well now. Getting the big AoE damage out onto the Raiders, trying to keep that coming while the Tauren is in the air. Blade Master about to go down again, second time this game that he's going to fall. Just enough damage going down overall to chase Soin out of there. There's the revive on Nikoro.
Is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Once again, Singular Raider up here doing some damage. Soin just sort of coming around the side here. He's actually, a few of his guys are going to get spotted out coming around a shorter path. Caught a Fairy Dragon there. Going to come down for the rest of the pack. Pocket Factory stops the advance slightly. Decent shockwave hit, but not amazing.
A player's forces are under attack.
Nets to keep the force stopped. Those frost arrows really threatening that Spirit Walker. So I'm not confident to leave space too far here. Not the best out here for some of these longer range shockwaves. But the Raiders going in. Trying to get around the back of the Druids of the Talon, who reposition slightly further down. A couple of them getting caught out nice and quickly, and there is a bit of a surround on that Sea Witch there, but he's not going to commit onto that. Going to carry on onto the back line of these Druids. Spirit Walker still up the top, and the heroes for Lawliet are trying to shuffle down here to keep his talons safe. They are going down though. The movement from these raiders keeping them on top of them. And Raven form there just saves the last one before the teleport goes out. So a nice engagement there by Soin. Rest in peace, that peon. And this one. Taking him back down to 50 food.
A player's forces are under attack.
Trying to take a little bit of farm there, but the Night Elf's going to appear out of nowhere, so he's going to immediately rush. Alan's repositioning to avoid the Raiders, but the Raiders immediately back on their tail, getting the first down. There's one netted there in the middle, one super low that's going to go down there on the left. Spirit Walker's just avoiding too much agony because all of Lawlet's heroes are focused on trying to defend these talons. Yet another one goes down and they're back onto the backline already. Talon's just awkwardly trying to shuffle about to stop the Raiders being able to engage on them. Another Talon's come down as the Tauren Chieftain having to back out a little bit due to his low health. The two other Taurens having to follow him. Very low health on the Blade Master as soon as... Oh no, he actually manages to just survive long enough to take out the Sea Witch and then goes down immediately afterwards. Tauren Chieftain down as well. A Raider caught out as well. There comes back Blade Master, so he's immediately back into the fray. Onto the Tinker, who is the lowest of health. Manages to get the kill and the level up that keeps him alive, and he gets chased off. Oh, and the body blocks there from the little Tinker Toys. What are they called? Ah, and he's out. The Clockwork Goblins. So that is the first of the comeback wins from Lawliet. Here we are with the start of the comeback. Very happy to see it start. As much as I like the Yellow Orcs, it is good to see a proper battle, and our boy in the red here is giving it to us. Over on the other side is the man who is in the lead so far, still 2 games ahead. The momentum capped now from Soin, and that was, I think, a really strong game from Lawliet. It wasn't just like a scraped win. That was pretty commanding. So that's a momentum stopper for sure. For sure. This time, back to Keeper of the Grove. Bit of a larger map, so not expecting to do too much flim-flamming around early on.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh, we have Big Doge. Nice. I like camps with Big Doge. Oh, get off the archer. Thank you, Big Doge. Yeah, wolves are like doges, right? They're just big doges. They're old doge.
forces are under attack.
Then we have weird, creepy tentacle thing. Not as much into that. Pretty much on the limit there as well from the Blade Master. Is going to have to finish off with that for now. Got his clarity going.
Forces are under attack.
Got clarity. Salve. Apologies for noisy chair, by the way. I'm going to have to get this sorted out. It's only getting worse.
A player's forces are under attack.
That's what I need. That right there. That emote is the gamerest of gamer chairs. What you want.
A player's forces are under attack.
Both sides just starting this game pretty calmly, not quite as aggressive as we had before. As I say that, the Blade Monster's doing his thing. Lawliet just getting as much damage as possible onto him to try and chase him off, but not going to be able to do enough with those bandits also harassing him.
A player's forces are under attack.
There we get Alchemist again. The sneaky Ancient Protector has been found out. Going to get chopped pretty harshly by these grunts, but the Elf Defense Force have turned up. They've got a nice block on them here as well, so they can keep all of these grunts hemmed in. Get as much damage onto them as possible. Shadow Hunter is going to get there and try to do as much healing as he can, and the Blade Master has slipped his way in there to try and make sure less of the surface area of the grunts is shown. But now they're back out of Shadow Meld and the elves are attacking again. Just that weak one goes back into invisibility. A second one there as well. Having a few of them in invisibility is quite heavily lowering the damage potential. One of them does get cancelled as well, denied. But very low Blade Master now as well. And the Ancient has been successfully protected. Poor old lad is going to decide to reposition slightly. Coming around that tree is a slight bit of awkwardness as the Shadow Hunter goes down. And there we go. I was very confused there because I see all says GG, but it's in all chat. The Korean name, which my game is not displaying, says GG. So yeah, that was a nice little play there by Lawliet, who has decided to fully embrace the momentum that he has attained for himself. I'll take a real quick game there. Welcome back to our next game. Soin up in the top right corner in the yellow, having started up 3-0, has lost the last two games. and is in for a real fight to see if he can finish this one out. The bottom side of the map in the red. Comeback kid so far in this series is the red Night Elf player Lawliet. So another keeper game, and no surprise that we're going to see the Blade Master out from the Orcs as always.
A player's forces are under attack.
Both of our early heroes out. Thing just going smoothly. Blade Master is always coming over to do his early harass. Oh, that looks like a good timing for him. Yeah, he gets it. Nice steal there. That's exactly what you want as a Blade Master. Gives yourself experience, but also taking experience away from your opponent. Feels real good, man. Now immediately on to just pushing these wisps around. And all this time, Lawliet just wants to be farming. Or Grunt. Gonna get wrecked. No real chance of him getting away. Just absolute savagery onto these wisps. A lot of them are hidden away far enough that he can't quite get to them. Thank gods for that.
A town is under siege.
Aggressive Ancient Protector again. Gone up without a hitch. Gonna waddle his way up this hill slightly. So, don't fix what's not broken. He's decided this is another good map for getting aggressive with the trees. And this game was looking good for Soin so far. He was having a pretty fun time overall. But suddenly there are trees at his doorstep. I was going to try and make a Shakespeare reference there, but I forgot what the name of the forest was. With the prediction about the trees marching upon you. But prediction's definitely coming down for Soin here, and he's not enjoying this. Just using those peons to make sure he doesn't take any damage as of yet. And then doing as much as he can on the other side with the Blade Master. Now the second and soon third tree will be setting up, and this is going to become harder and harder for the peons to defend. Going after the burrow as well to try and stop allowing them to have a safe place to push back to. Blade Master is back here as well. Oh, it's an Ancient of War further back there. I didn't notice that. I wasn't paying enough attention clearly, and he's getting a glaive thrower as well. So this is full-on siege mode now. This is like prep for an Age of Empires 4 game here. This is as close as you could get to attacking another player's gold resource, like if you're, you know, a Yu-Gi-Oh player attacking their life points. Got his own wisps out here now, trying to defend, because the catapult deals a lot of damage. Getting as many hits on some of those peons as possible. More peons coming out, but that is going to be the burrow gone down. Blade Master pushes in, but immediately is at such low health. Wisps back there, fixing up the glaive throwers. And now the Night Elf army is far too close for the peons to feel safe pushing out here. All they really feel safe doing is putting some health onto the Demolisher. They're running out right to the front, but too late. So dive onto the backline for the Demolisher. That's going to go down, and that really, really curtails the main saving grace that Soin had as an option. Yep, there we go. As Armin said in chat, he can all in the kata, and then GG. And that's how it goes in the end for Lawliet, who has now evened up the series. So for the first time in this series, as we get to 3 wins, 3 losses for each player, the colours have swapped. In the bottom left, this time in the yellow, Lawliet. Then the top side, in a more traditional red for the orcs, so Demon Hunter game. Obviously, the very typical starter from orcs. Miss the way middle mouse click worked in 8-bit armies. I need more RTS games to have the drag style middle mouse click.
Player's forces are under attack.
Dust popped immediately to cancel out the Windwalk. Now he's going to continue to push with the mana drain and runs away.
A player's forces are under attack.
More of this goofy run around going on from these two.
A player's forces are under attack.
We're back with some Huntresses. I haven't seen a win from the Huntresses yet that didn't involve Ancient Protector aggression.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's really being a nuisance here to Soin's attempt at farming. No mana here. Blade Master not really able to be quite as annoying and tricksy as he would like to be.
A player's forces are under attack.
The absolute run around up here. More mana burn.
Player's forces are under attack. A player's forces are under attack.
Only just started the second hero here from Lawliet. A little bit behind time-wise, and is going to give him not the greatest of XP comparison. Still, just this little whiffle battle going on between the two speedy heroes. Just looking for the steal, but not allowed any by Lawliet. He's going to move up to rejoin the rest of his army.
Are under attack.
So a little bit of an aggression starting and very low there from the Blade Master. He's going to get saved, but it's actually rooted up there. And yeah, I was going to say, I believe he's actually blocked as well. But still, just the overwhelming forces of the Orcs will push back the Night Elves. Gets that Archer caught and is now putting damage down on the Demon Hunter to try and sort of equal out their health rules.
Player's forces are under attack.
At this point early on as well, nice XP coming out, and we're seeing some Dryads. This is the first time this series we're getting Dryads out there. The Orcs are trying to come in and make use of these creeps hitting there, but is going to manage to steal one away as well, which is nice. Lawliet wants to start a bit of a tussle here. And Soin is sort of half in for it. Berserker getting real close down, gets a heal out, but is going to go. Trap out on the first of the bears here. This is more sort of traditional, what I expect to see coming out from the Night Elves composition-wise. And another grunt going down. Keeping the mana very low on these Orc heroes. So, Demon Hunter caught still there. Gets out of the net and will run off with a little bit lower health. We have two bears here now as the front line, but one of them is very low. As that Raider just sneaks away. A little bit of healing for the Blade Master to keep him alive. Just not able to quite lay down enough damage, and the first of the Raiders will go down here. Now we're back right out in the front door of Soin space. We've got the first of his Kodos up. Gonna try and push in and chomp one of these bears. Doesn't manage to get one down. There we go. Took him a little while, but he's got it. Load of heals going down to keep the Blade Master alive. One of the bears out of form as well is going to get absolutely rushed down. Loses the Raider in reply. Looking okay if he can stay back from this. There is a bear in this Kodo. They're trying to release it. Ooh, doesn't quite manage it. Kodo stays alive. That is good for Soin. Now there's only one bear who's not in form. He's going to change, but he's changing under pretty serious duress.
A player's forces are under attack.
There goes the bear, sort of awkwardly wiggles around. All things considered, I think I went reasonably well for Soin. Immediately get back on to trying to take a bit of farm here, and he has spotted out the Night Elves coming towards him. Immediately crabifies the Demon Hunter. He's gonna get out and get immediately onto the Blade Master. Kodo has been caught here. There is a bear in here, pretty low. But this Kodo is going to be a struggle to keep alive with the Demon Hunter on the block. It's a fourth bear back. Getting zapped out of the way so he doesn't go down. Raider getting very low as well. One of the bears trapped up. He's going to go down, I'd expect. There's another one released from a Kodo. No Kodos remaining alive. Another bear down, but it's now pretty much all Spirit Walkers, and Lawliet is going to retreat. Nice. Now we get a bit of a break again, and Soin is going to go back to getting a bit of a farm on. Expect?
A player's forces are under attack.
Pumping out some more bears on the bottom side. You get a nice surround on this Overlord to get him taken down for free. Almost 2 heroes at level 4, so really nice XP here for Soin.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bodo on the backline here getting caught out a little bit. Doesn't want to take a full engagement unless he's in good position, but he's being forced to because the net is down. Bears lining up on the front line, and the Demon Hunter is going to try to run to the back. Shadow Hunter just staying out the way of there as the first bear goes down. Blade Master coming up to reply to this Demon Hunter's aggression. Kodo Beast in the back line. Hasn't got anyone inside him yet. The Raiders there on the bears. One of them is going to get teleported out to stay nice and safe. Spirit Walkers doing a good job here. The damage going down with Kodo. He's going to be out of here. Bear falls in return. There is another Kodo who has replied, and he does have a bear in him, so he's a bit more of a juicy target as invulnerability goes down on the Blade Hunter, and they're going to have to reply as Spirit Walker goes down. Oh, and there we go. That could be the death of the Blade Master, and that is going to be pretty painful for Soin. He loses this Kodo as well. Yeah, good block from the Huntress. Makes it nice and easy. And that is another one for Lawliet, who's looking for a bit of a clean sweep since the early losses that he faced. Having started 3-0 up in this series, that was showing. Having started 3-0 up in this series, he is now looking to bring it back once again to equal and to match point for himself. Back to his original colour of yellow, the Orc player. With shouts of Go Soin in the chat room. Man trying to finish the deal here with 5 straight wins in a row. Our Night Elf player. As we start what's possibly our last game. Got news from the chat. Huge shout out to everybody. We've hit 1,000 followers. It's very nice. Very good stuff here on the Meta Plays Discord channel. Remember to go and follow the YouTube channel as well. There should be some seals on this map, shouldn't there? There should be some seal critters. That's what we need. We need to find some seal critters. You start taking out the tusk bars. Both of the normal heroes that we've been seeing and expecting and used to. A little bit of extra free XP there for the keeper. A little bit of harassment in the middle. Excellent frog model. Look at that. That is a frog. I'm so glad that I've just discovered that this is a thing. All I wanted to do was point out the frog model. And I've been hoping that that was on spacebar the whole time I was doing it, but it isn't. The old-fashioned spacebar. Now I'm just going to follow people around constantly. I'm very happy. Just sitting ready to try and steal a hit. Nice and annoying. Nice. Good work there getting that second tree in.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yep, level 2 keeper already, but the Blade Master isn't far off. And he's used to being a little bit down on XP. Not going to get to see any of the names now, unfortunately, as Lawliet is onto his Korean named account.
Player's forces are under attack.
Both players taking some stuff, but the Automod doesn't like the word creeps. I can't believe that's the first time someone has tried to type creep in chat. Yeah, both players on the other sides of the map. That expansion gets spotted and cancelled. A lot of aggression as well to try and put the orcs off of getting his farming going down. Nice snipe on the archer there, get that one down easily. Throws up a second serpent ward to replace it as soon as the first goes down, and then chases the night elf out of here, as we do have an alchemist coming down for the second hero once again. So nice quick cleanse there to stop the Shadow Hunter getting caught out, and now he's back onto 2 of his Serpent Wards. He's fully ready to push again. They are both down. Shaman is nice and out of danger, however, as the strong force of the Huntresses feel confident to keep pushing. Alchemist along their side, but they haven't really taken too much yet, really only killing wards, and on the other side of the map, Blade Master is left from harassing that building, as the Centrius is going to hop on over the map.
A player's forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
That's a nice catch on a Huntress there. Grunt not quite going to go down.
A player's forces are under attack.
Voodoo Lodge out early on getting attacked as Alchemist pops down and hits a big poison on the backline there. Serpent Ward still doing some pop in a second. Serpent Ward goes up as one of the Shamans is going to get taken down. But trying to get us around at least on that Keeper of the Grove. Tangling Roots to stop the Blade Master from continuing on. Oh, and a big Entangling Roots there with a ton of damage. That's really put the Blade Master in the danger zone, but the Serpent Ward's making it so that the Lawliet just doesn't feel safe pushing. So, more aggression going on from Lawliet. This brave Grunt is going to try and stop it, but nowhere near enough forces there. Absolutely running down the Alchemist, trying to get a lot of damage in there, and he does successfully with a couple of crits there to take him out. Takes a Huntress as well, looking for a second. It's going to go down. That's a really nice start there for Soin. Another Huntress goes down. Good engagement. He pops the speed as well. And that was a quick end to that game. And we should be running to a last map there. Back for our last game. The scoreboard calms down a little bit. Soin has only ever won in yellow colours, so this is a worry for him. Is he going to take his first win in red to finish the series off how he started in our final game? In the top left, it's Soin. On the bottom side of the map, back in yellow. Won 4 games in a row in the middle of this series, but has lost his momentum. Can he come back for the one final game? The Lawliet.
Player's forces are under attack.
No, the yellow. There was one game where Soin did also lose in yellow. He's only won in yellow, but he hasn't only lost in red. Yellow isn't quite the full superior color, but it is the right choice. I mean, I don't want to advertise yellow too much because I don't want you all to steal it from me. But it is the best RTS color. Oh, crap.
A player's forces are under attack.
So, ooh. Looking for this one kill, but I don't think he's going to get it. Oh, no, there we go. He got the second entangling roots out. Doesn't quite get the deny from Soin. That's a nice start so far. Bag full of items for Loin's Blade Master as well. Daisho. Nandib. Okay, both reasonable fantasy names. Nothing too goofy. That's a crap. See, clearly a man of good taste, the Viper. Oh, so entangling roots. This is an incredibly nice catch coming in here, and there's no TP on the side of Soin's Blade Master Daisho, so he has to absolutely sprint out there. And thankfully for him, he does manage to get out because that was close to disaster here in the last game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 3 hit now on the Keeper of the Grove. Very close to being able to get a second hero, and he's hovering around the tavern, possibly to make that happen. Push up to see what's happening on the other side of the map.
Forces are under attack.
Buys the Shadow Hunter coming out and starts trying to rush down a grunt. Heal going to keep him alive for a little longer. The other side almost caught an archer, but Blade Master going to have to retreat. Second grunt saved. He's looking for this Blade Master. Nice little juke there, so the Dust of Appearance misses. And he's going to come right back down here, see if he can perhaps find that archer, but you won't be able to. And there we go. We're waiting for the entangling roots to come up so that you can cancel it. Delay this as long as possible. Doesn't manage to get it out there. Has been blocked. Owl is up there to give vision. He is running away. Ooh. 10 HP you went down to there before surviving. Soin is absolutely dancing with disaster at this point of the game.
Forces are under attack.
Been found again, but there is only the Keeper of the Grove here, so not enough damage to really push him down. Alchemist is in the middle of the map, getting some XP. What's Alchemist's name? Ezel. Then Zalmaran. Belmaran was probably a good name in the Warcraft 3 times, but nowadays any troll with Zal is a bit too on the nose. Popping out some nice healing medicine there.
A player's forces are under attack.
So the Blade Master running straight through there as the army's going to get jumped upon. Shaman's trying to position to the side, but they position to the wrong side, and they're now having to speed through, but one of them didn't get the speed scroll. So he's going to be slightly awkwardly positioned. He manages to get back to everyone else as they stop to fight. And no one goes down, amazingly, from this side, while we have Daisho over here doing his damage. He is going to get caught by the entangling roots as soon as they come around, and he doesn't have much mana, but he is going to just sneak out of there again. Not quite as just there, to be fair. Not quite as just. Still getting up those shaman numbers.
A player's forces are under attack.
Some extra XP down, 2 level 3 heroes on the side of Lawliet, whereas second hero isn't quite level 3 from Soin yet. Nice little protected expansion, feeling pretty calm, pretty clean. So straight down to the main base goes Soin. Going to immediately try and rush down a few wisps. Which coming out right at the wrong time there, but is safe. So they're going to all in on this Ancient of War. Turn out a few of them to get to the fight. The Shamans are still trying to stay in the backline, and now they are fully rotated onto this battle. Very close to the Grunt going down there, and he will pretty soon. Not really getting a huge amount into the backline here, just a full-on front versus front. Trying to get as much damage from the Blade Master as possible onto the Huntresses, but there's so many of them. Glaives going all over the place. Serpent Wards doing quite a sting, but they are starting to go down. Soin is out of here. There we go, one of the Shamans getting caught out. Serpent Ward going down to try and slow down this approach, but it doesn't take long for them to stop and take out that ward. Feeling really good of his army right now, should Lawliet be.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh. Skink. Is a skink a real world thing? I thought a skink was only a thing in Warhammer. Is there a real lizard called a skink? Grab it on the bottom side again as a lead enough player. Very sad about that. Skink is a lizard. That's cool. Is it like a word for lizard, or is it a type of lizard? As the archers getting right back onto some of the peons here, trying to focus down a burrow as the beast tree is down. Well, that's cool. I learned something new today. Thank you, Warcraft. Big pump of alchemist potions out, and then he is going to try and position himself well to catch everyone in the TP and get out of there. One archer is left behind at the gold line, but he's gonna just run out of there. Hopefully, for her sake, she won't get spotted, although she's gonna run into the whole army. Being a bit annoying there. He's gonna get taken out by the lightning shield. Still sticking with this very mortal heavy army here. None of the druids. Is what I mean by that. It's just sort of your basic tier 1 and 2 units. Very simple comp for this last game. We've got a sort of similar thing in here, but instead of the raiders, we have the shamans. We've just got an infantry heavy army here. Obviously, beastry going down doesn't help with the raider numbers. Getting one of these big camps taken out with the 2 tide hunters and the I don't know what they're actually called, sea giants. They are sea giant hunters. I believe they are sea giants who are also hunters. If there was a map in Warcraft for Edeneth as well, it would be this one. Very, very watery. Got that Broken Isles vibe from the Frozen Throne campaign. So, not quite as impactful as Beastry going down, I think, but they do get a bit of a reply. Perhaps trying to stop the Priestess going down, but doesn't have enough DPS to get that down before the army's here. There's a ton of wisps behind them. Are they all just going to barrel in and start popping? This just looks to me like a... It seems comprehensive for the Night Elf so far. I'm not going to lie, it's looking good for him, but there are a few Serpent Wards going down the map back. They're pretty powerful. Invulnerability out on the Blade Master so that you can try and do as much damage as possible, but there are no real impactful targets for the Blade Master to go for. It's kind of just a load of decent stuff, right? It's a very much a horde army in the non-specific Warcraft sense. You got the Priestess of the Moon now as well, who's going to get that True Shot aura. It's called True Shot aura, good. My memory is holding up nicely, even for the faction I don't play. Yeah, I'd be upset with myself if I didn't know the Orc names, but the Night Elf names, I'm improving a lot with them through commentating meta plays. For sure. And this is just going to take this, like, you know, this sort of, as I was saying, it's slightly odd composition and just really beef it up. So it's going to be hard considering he was struggling already with just this little selection of units. He has started to get out raiders again, but only one so far. Not doing good with money on the side of Soin right now. So he's trying to come in here and cause some carnage. Teleport in response.
A player's forces are under attack.
Pushed out. Nice and away. So once again, big engagement by Huntresses, being pretty good tanks. And trying to be careful to keep those archers away from the rest of his units in the back so that the lightning shield doesn't do too much to him. But this raider frontline just being fine, just going well, standing strong. And really not much Soin can do to break through it at this point. Got a little bit of a sneaky connection going around on the other side as well. And once again, this bestiary is going to go down. A couple of the hunters in the front have to back off. There's a net going down on the alchemist to stop him getting in some of his slats. Got a little bit of an awkward choke here for the Night Elves. But he's also scouted out that extra expansion attempt by the Orc. Oh, and there we go. That's going to be down. There we go.
And that's it. So congratulations to Lawliet. Took him right to the final game. He has managed it. We want to thank our Meta Plays website subscribers. Your contribution helps us keep hosting events. As we reach higher subscription goals, we can increase the prize pool of the events we host. Check out our subscription page using the link in the description, and remember to collect your perks. See you next time.